You're listening to Cosplay Bites, the podcast that takes a closer look at the world of cosplay, conventions, and all the nerdy bits and bytes. Brought to you by the Lightning Palace and proudly sponsored by Anchor. Join me as I discuss a variety of topics and conventions alongside the joy of bringing your favorite characters to life. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I'm back for another episode of Cosplay Bites. This is going to be interesting because beforehand I recorded a brand new intro and outro, so those will be in their respective spots. So you're going to hear that first before we get into this. So this is going to be another interesting new type of episode I'm debuting. And for this episode, I have the incredibly talented Leyonhart Cosplay. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. So, just some quick housekeeping stuff. Over on my blog, The Lightning Palace, I've just been still going strong with cosplay posts and trying to feature more POC cosplayers to help celebrate the whole hashtag 29 days of black cosplay. So what do we got here? I got featured on Nemesis Cosplay's Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I have ACD Ramon's Genji, Oki Cosplay's Nargaset from Monster Hunter, Akakioga Zelda from Breath of the Wild, and then upcoming I have talented people like Osanguine Cosplay's Radiant Terracotta. I think I butchered that character name. And Serendipity Miles Morales. And just a couple of new posts are also going to be coming up soon towards the end of the month. And then also shout out to my fellow patrons over on Patreon. I have Coralia Jade, Katyuska Moonfox, Mink the Satyr, Kendall, Nicole Marie Jean, Noah, Oh My Sophie, and Shaylin. And with that out of the way, so I want to first also talk about Leyonhart Cosplay over here. So I did a little creeping over your pages, and based on what I saw, first of all, I found her on Instagram first. Because a lot of times when I start running low on people to feature for my blog, I go on a little scavenger hunt of like seeing people, and a lot of times other cosplayers will like share your work, and I think I'm gonna say that's how I found you. And then I would just hit smack dab with the Final Fantasy cosplay. It was like, okay, I like her, sold. But according to your Facebook page, you created it in June of 2016, and I don't know if that's when you started cosplay.
I created a Facebook page because a lot of my friends had Facebook pages back then. That was like when Facebook was still, I guess, kind of a good place to share costumes. I've been cosplaying since 2010 because that was my first like real con experience, and I had this really not great looking Renoa costume.
Okay.
But that was like my first costume was Renoa. And I still cosplay her to this day, and I'm always constantly revamping her, remaking her, trying to make her best because she's my favorite. I'm already planning on probably revamping her again. So as you can tell from my cosplay name, Final Fantasy VIII is one of my favorites. So
yeah, we're gonna get into that in a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, you've done Renoa, you've done Aranea. Bless you for that. She is waifu along with Cindy. I don't know. I ship them both with Prompto. I don't know why. I just do.
I support that. I ship Aranea with Prompto as well.
Yeah. And then other cosplays I found in your little portfolio were you did some My Hero Academia cosplays, Belle, Harley Quinn, Gwen Stacy, and then just a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, so you're really, I mean, you're gorgeous. The photo that I would see of you, like especially like of your Renoa and Final Fantasy cosplays. So this new episode type that I want to debut, I'm titling it "Why We Cosplay," and basically, I want to try to have a guest that's on specifically focusing on a franchise that both of us have cosplayed from, or even if just my guest cosplayed from, and then just try to figure out why it's such a popular franchise to make outfits around. So if you can't already tell, it's Final Fantasy.
Woo!
So my history with Final Fantasy, I blame Kingdom Hearts for it. Because Prompto was the only Final Fantasy character I've cosplayed as, and I would do basically his casual outfit in the game without the jacket. So it's mainly like a red muscle shirt, gray pants, which was kind of surprising because a lot of Final Fantasy cosplays turned me off in terms of like, what the crap? There's too many belts. Why is it so complicated? What's wrong with Tetsuya Nomura? Why did he design people like this? Uh, and then so yeah, Final Fantasy X was my first, and it's my favorite.
It's a good one.
Yep, love the story, love the characters. Orange, one of my top favorite Final Fantasy characters of all time. And other ones I played 7, 8, 4, 6, 15, 13, 13 2. I think that's it. I haven't played 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, I played 9 too. 9 was the last one I played. I finally dove into that one. I could see why a lot of people enjoy that one.
I love 9. 9 and 8 are like hand in hand. Like my top favorite Final Fantasies are 8, 9, and 15. The stories are just so damn good.
Yeah. So, I guess I could turn it over to you. So, yeah, obviously, with your name being close to Leyonhart, 8's your favorite. Was that the first Final Fantasy you ever played?
Actually, no, 7 was. 7, because I watched my brother play it, so I wanted to play it.
Okay.
My
So,
brother is the reason I got into video games in general because I used to watch him play, and I was like, "That looks like fun. I want to do it." So every time he would buy a game, I would play it.
sure. um, but 8 and 9 are your favorites. Do you know? So, what is it about those two entries in particular that make them your favorite? Like, let's start with 8.
Oh, definitely the story. I love how human all the characters are, and I love the world so much. Like, I would love to live in Win Hill. That's like my favorite place. And
Oh yeah,
I love Win Hill, the aesthetic, the off the beaten path little town. Oh, it makes me so happy. But like everything about 8 just like made me so happy. Like the dance scene to this day, I still cry about it because I love it. Whenever it comes on, I'm like, but Wall seemed so human to me because what like how he reacts to like being abandoned is it's so realistic because everybody gets like that. I know I have things like that where I've been like, abandoned, well, not abandoned in like his same kind of way, but like having that sense of comfort pulled away, and that you'd rather like be alone because instead of feeling that kind of pain again. So I really like that, he's not, I hate that people typecast him as an emo. He's not emo. He's literally just hurt, and trying
yeah,
his best to deal with the trauma in the best way he knows how, which is, I think, reflective of how people are in just general. Uh,
yeah,
so I just think that that's a great, it's a great, I don't know, it reflects great on mental health and how, like, we deal with different things that have happened in our lives. And I think that's why I like Final Fantasy in general, is because like the characters are really human, and you're like, I can totally relate to that. I think that's all,
absolutely.
I think Squall's a very relatable character, and growing up, I always felt a connection with Renoa because I was like, I was always that bubbly person, always energetic, and always like drawn to people that like are quiet and trying to bring them out of their shell, kind of thing. And to this day, I'm still like that, but I also like relate a lot to Squall. So depending on the day, I'm either a Squall.
Yeah, I just loved like a lot of the, again, like the story elements, like that was my gateway into RPGs, and now why I love RPGs so much. And a lot of like Square Enix's like RPG titles, like even non-Final Fantasy games, like Bravely Default, I love so much.
I've heard of that one. I haven't played that one, but yes, I have heard that it's great.
It's really good. I've cosplayed as Ring-a-Bell, and in the dancer job outfit, which basically makes him look like Elvis, and it's hilarious. Yeah, it's great. And then like Bravely Second is really fun. Octopath Traveler is incredibly beautiful
Heard of that one
to look at for the Switch. But going back to Final Fantasy, yeah, 8 is on the lower end for me, but I would definitely rank it higher than 6 because I've only played 6 once and I don't have a lot of memories of it, but like 8 is still like very fresh in my mind. Because I just had a lot of fun with the music. Like I could listen to like Balam Garden theme and Fisherman's Horizon theme like just all day and just relax. And because I just remember I played it on my PlayStation Portable, and I had a real close match because I got annoyed that the final fight, spoilers I guess if you haven't played, whatever. But the final fight against Ultimecia and her ridiculous 4 forms or something back to back, which is kind of bullshit. But I just remember like I was at the last part and she was like in that phase where I guess she was slowly like ejecting your party members out of the game.
Yes.
And I had Squall left. He was down to like very low HP, and I did his limit break, and that was enough to kill her. Like he was gonna die any minute, and then that was just like a last ditch effort, and then I just killed her, and it was just like, oh, okay.
Oops.
The junctioning system is very weird.
It is. I don't think the junction system was a great system because also with the junction system, there is a way to break the game in Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh, absolutely. I've heard of that, yeah.
Where you don't level up and then Ultimecia won't level up, but you can junction all this crap to you so you can just like beat her really quick. And I guess like it, but you also have to know how to play like triple triad and like do the card conversion, which I'm not good at triple triad. Like I feel like my gaming experience in Final Fantasy VIII would have been so different if I was good at it. My boyfriend's good at it and I am so not. And he's like, get good, scrub. And I'm like, shut up. I hate triple triad.
Yeah.
Cards are pretty, but I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I like grinding. I find that kind of fun.
It is. It gives you like a sense of accomplishment, and then you just get stronger and stronger, and then you just mop the floor with everybody.
Exactly.
And again, somewhat related to like triple triad. If you're good at blitzball, more power to you. No, God, no, please. Why?
Oh, great at blitzball.
Yeah. You're afraid of it?
No, I'm good at it. Like,
you're good at it. Oh, more power to you. I'm not.
The Jack Shot and the Jack Shot Part 2 or whatever, like leveled it up. And then I got like some Ronsos on my team, and I got some Albed Sykes and like some Guado. Yeah, I kind of broke that game.
Yeah, that music in particular is also very memorable. Just a lot of stuff. I remember one of Oren's lines when you're fighting Unalesca. I loved it so much that I made it my yearbook quote in high school. So that was a thing. Yeah, the voice acting was good. 9, I really fell in love with the art style, like all the settings, like the world, and then the music I would recognize simply from playing like mainly either Dissidia Final Fantasy or listening to like the Black Mages, like Nobuo Uematsu's rock band that he had for a time.
Yeah.
Um
that version of Maybe I'm a Lion is really, really good.
oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, and I love Man with the Machine Gun. Oh my god.
I love that song. That is such a freaking bop.
Yeah, and Laguna is such a treat. I love playing as him in Dissidia. It is like a blast.
He deserves the whole freaking world. He lost the woman he loved twice, and then he lost his child basically twice because Elione was basically like his adoptive child, and he lost her and had to go save her. Then lost her again, and then lost his son, Squall. What the heck? And all he was trying to do was like have a family and be like, oh my god, I love him. I could write a whole essay about him because he deserves so much. I adore him, and I.
Yeah. Switching gears to Final Fantasy 15. Before we dive into it, after all said and done, like the game's out, the DLC came out, some of the DLC unfortunately got canceled. Do you personally think it was worth the decade-long wait for it to come out?
Well, I know that there were I definitely say it was worth it.
Yeah.
But I also know that it wasn't like they meant for that to happen. But like,
well, yeah, but
I love that game. I know that it is not perfect. 8's not perfect. 9, actually 9, I don't have any problems with it, to be quite honest. Like, I love 9, but
yeah,
none of the Final Fantasy games are perfect, and no game is ever gonna be perfect. That's my opinion. Like, there's always gonna be that something that we're like, that's not that great. But like, I think with everything that 15 went through, from like the development changing to like the director changing to all the things that were changing, it did a great job. And you can't deny, like, yeah, people are gonna like say, oh, it sucked, blah blah blah, but you can't deny the fact of the power that it had on people.
Oh yeah,
like just being at the con, EXP con, where all the voice actors were there, and it was like basically Final Fantasy 15 the con. It was amazing. But like, people were talking about like, dude, this game saved me. Like, all the different people that were like, you know, I relate to this character, I relate to that. And like, even the fandom is still going so strong. People refuse to let it go because it had such a strong impact. And I think that's what's most important. Like, it was definitely worth the wait, and look at what came from it.
Yeah.
It did something that no other Final Fantasy game has done, I feel like.
Yeah. I just remember almost, I think, tearing up at the start of the game, just like finally realizing like, oh my god, this is finally here. Like,
yeah,
both of the tracks that Florence and the Machine did for the game are very good. Like, they kind
here, Stand By Me and Not Cry.
Same here. Yeah, cause I just, all the things that they did, like all the like the facial animations, like just, I remember when I did my review on it, just like all during combat when you did like the Link team up attacks, and like just, I can't remember, it was like Noctis going up to Prompto and like either him shooting stuff at him, but then afterward they give each other high fives like back to back, and it's just like, oh my god, these are like living, breathing human. It's like so freaking awesome.
Yes. All
I was slightly confused regarding Arden's like main motivation. Like, I was confused, and it took me a little while to understand why he was so pissed. Cause it just seemed like he was just like a random guy, but no, this dude's been here for like millennia, just waiting to extract his revenge on the family that I guess scorned him and taking away what was rightfully his.
Yeah.
Cause he didn't really get a sense of that until his DLC came out.
I mean, yes, but I mean, I'd gotten a sense of that a little bit during the game. But he's also like, I think he's actually one of the best villains that Final Fantasy has had in a long time. Cause
Right.
like everybody's always like, Sephiroth's such a great villain. And unpopular opinion, I don't think he is. He literally just has mommy issues. But Arden, like, plus Arden's is so convoluted. Like, he was supposed to be the hero, then turned into the villain, but like it was made into the villain because Bahamut made him like, you have to do this, so this will happen. So it's like he's playing a role, but at the same time still getting his revenge. It was like it's really convoluted, but really, really interesting, and I love it.
Yeah.
And Arden, like, out of all the villains, he actually did what he was supposed to do. Like he won in a way.
Yeah.
He's a martyr, and also like he's one of the greatest villains, and so is Kuja from 6. Because Kuja actually, not Kuja, I'm sorry,
Kefka
from 6, because like he actually ended up destroying the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's some good stuff.
Yeah. Trying to think. All the other games that I've done. Did you play 13?
Yep.
I liked it. I mean, I understand hallway simulator. It's like, it's very pretty.
It is very pretty. It is very linear. That is one of my gripes about the game. That and like it was hard to flesh out a lot of the game because you had to like go and read all the like background notes. So that kind of got frustrating.
Yeah.
But the characters are really cool. I think it was a game that I had to go back and revisit after getting a little older.
Yeah. So, I guess turning into, and then it's just the weird, also the weird parallels. So like, have you played Kingdom Hearts?
I played the first 2. They're in my opinion. I'm not a fan of.
That's fine. But like, have you seen like the very weird parallel that the game has been getting with Versus 13?
Yeah, it's because Nomura is very salty and needs to let it go. And I have a lot of opinions on that, and we should probably not talk about it because honestly, this podcast will go forever because I have so much. I just want to tell Nomura, let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. It's done. It's over.
Yeah. I just my mind was just like, I had headaches, and I just like, oh god, why is this? Oh god. So we got through, and I guess maybe we'll still go into fangirl about Final Fantasy, but so as far as I know from looking you up, looking at your pages, Aranea and Renoa are the only Final Fantasy cosplay you've done?
No. Aranea, Tifa.
Oh, that's right, Tifa, duh. I remember seeing your Tifa.
Noctis. I've worn my friend's Terra before. Let's see, what else have I done? I've different versions of Tifa. I've done her new outfit. I've done her old outfit. I need to get pictures of my Advent Children Tifa. Let's see. I'm working on more Final Fantasy. I've just, I'm one of those people that I'm like, I don't let costumes go. So I get tons of pictures in the costumes that I have. Like I can't wear a costume once and then never wear it again.
Yeah.
Separation anxiety.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I have a few that I've only worn once, and I'm honestly not sure if I ever will wear them again, just because of how cumbersome some of them are or can be. But like, Prompto is just so easy to wear. It's just occasional touch-ups on the wig if I have to. I carry around a Polaroid camera because why not? And it's just so much fun to wear. So what do you think it is? I mean, aside from everything we love about Final Fantasy, like, does it more for you have to deal with the characters themselves, or part of their design that make you want to cosplay them, or?
And for me, it's always the character itself. Like, honestly, like I've done kind of Arnea's armor, like worn it before, and honestly, like I never want to touch that armor. I never want to touch that armor. Some of the designs of the characters that I'm like, I love this character. Like, I love Arnea, but I'm like, damn it, her design. I'm not that talented. Like, some people that are really good at foam, and I'm like, I can barely screw in a light bulb. Like, but it's for me, it's definitely the character themselves. Because honestly, I thought I was gonna be more of a Cindy girl. I really liked her at first, and then I met Arnea, and I was like, oh, I was like, Arnea's my bitch.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, Cindy, I like her outfit, I like her design, and I like her character. And then I got further in the game, and I finally met Arnea, and I was like, no, this is my brand. This is my brand. And then, but then again, looking at her outfit, I was like, I'm never gonna be able to make that. I'm never gonna be able to make that. No. And then the Prompto DLC came out, and I was like, I can do that. I can do that one.
I can do that one. Yeah.
So it's for me, it's definitely the character. It's definitely the character that makes me want to cosplay them, because I don't care about design. It's for me, it's I want to be that character. I relate to that character. I want to emulate that character. I want to be that character. Because like Renoa's character is pretty easy design wise. Everybody in 8 is pretty easy for the most part.
Yeah.
Designs are pretty simple. Believe it or not, back in the day, it's for 7, I used to be an Aerith girl. Yeah. And then I grew up, I replayed the game, and I'm like, no, I love Tifa. She's strong, she's a fighter, I love her. So that switched. Growing up for 9, I used to love Garnet. Then I replayed the game, and I was like, oh my god, she's useful. And I liked all the other characters. So for me, it's always about the character themselves. Like the reason I want to cosplay Prompto is because like I relate to that. I relate to Noctis. I want to cosplay Squall because I relate to him. Design never was an issue. Like, yeah, there's some people I'm like, that costume's really cool. But for me to cosplay a character, to want to be them, to want to like do photo shoots and like get in their mindset, I want to be that character. So it's always character for me. It's always like their story and stuff like that. But that also goes back to the fact that I'm also an actor. So.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I know for me, like in terms of like, you were talking about how you took one look at Arnea's default Dragoon outfit and you're like, nope. For me, I always told myself, it's like, if I had unlimited money and I just had a surge of talent spike, I would make Kane's outfit from Final Fantasy IV. Right. Because, good God, I want to be a motherfucking dragon.
Same. I want to be a dragoon so bad. Dragoon's like my favorite class. Because like one of my dream classes is Freya from 9. Freya,
yeah, I love Freya. She's such a badass.
I love her. I love cosplayer. She's a dream costume, but like mouse nose and all that, I'm like,
Yeah, she was definitely a fan favorite for me when I was playing through 9. Yeah.
I mean, I plan on cosplaying Zidane at some point because I love him so much.
Yeah.
Zidane was a great, like, I love 9. Like, I like the whole world of 9. Like, it has some of the greatest places, like Oliver Ibsen's castle, which is that castle that's literally upside down. I freaking love that game. So
yeah. Yeah. And I've been meaning to ask you this also, but what's your hype level for the Final Fantasy VII remake?
It's very hype. I'm very excited about it. Little nervous because we just got to see what Carbuncle and the Chocobos look like, and yikes!
Oh yeah, yikes!
Hope they fix that. They still have time. Please fix that. But no, like I'm excited to get more Tifa. I'm excited to see Aerith, and Cloud looks great. I'm gonna cry if they end up making Zack and showing us again his death. I'm nervous about one thing though, and there was a rumor going around. I don't know if it's true that Nomura was going to erase the canon of Crisis Core because he hates Tabata. Tabata made Crisis Core, and Crisis
like erase the canon.
Like he would erase like, all the like he'd obviously keep Zack dying. I mean, Zack had to die, but like all the like the different projects that they had, and like
right with Genesis and Angeal and
right, they put Angeal in them, I think, but like at the same time, I've heard there was a rumor going around. I don't know if it's true, so don't quote me on it. But like if that's true, it'll make me really upset because Crisis Core was an amazing game and an amazing story.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm very hyped for the game. I was a little bit sad when it did get delayed because the original release date was just like, oh my god. I get home from PAX East on March 1st. 2 days later, I get to play Final Fantasy VII. But then it got delayed. It's like, no.
Yeah.
But then I just looked at the date, and then around that time, a few other high-profile games also got delayed with a much bigger time gap. And I was just like, oh, it could be worse.
Yeah, it could always be worse.
It could be Cyberpunk.
Oh, did that get delayed again?
From April 26th. That was the original date set in stone at E3, and then it got delayed to September.
Oh shit! Hey, listen, I had to deal with delays when it came to Uncharted 4, so
yeah,
I'll take it because that game turned out to be, and no delay could be worse than Final Fantasy 15. All right, I've done my waiting.
Yeah, or Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, see, I didn't play that game. I heard it was crap, so I feel like I didn't miss much.
I mean, you know, it was fine. Like you had said before, no game is perfect. It's not perfect, but like for me, and then with the added DLC and what that brought forth, and like with some like what's the word I'm looking for? Like context for the ending sequence, which is one of my favorites, and then like the DLC also gave me one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts moments ever. Like it topped the part in 2 when you go back to Hollow Bastion for the giant Heartless fight, but then like you're going to them, and on the way you have the Final Fantasy characters team up with you. It topped that moment. Like
one of my biggest gripes with Kingdom Hearts is they messed up Squall, but then again, so did Dissidia. They destroyed Squall in both Dissidia and Kingdom Hearts. So I don't even.
In terms of his character?
Yes.
How so?
He's not. Squall is not the kind of. He's not a coward. He would never have changed his name to Leon.
Right.
He's way more like. They just destroyed his character. They didn't keep his same mindset. Like they literally just gave somebody his face, in my opinion. His voice doesn't match. I feel like his voice is like terrible. Like both in Dissidia and in Kingdom Hearts, the voice for Squall does not match like at all. It's really bad. Like in 8 or in Dissidia, he sounds like this. Hey, my name's Squall. And even the voice actor said, "Oh, he's like, yeah, Squall has a chip on his shoulder." I'm like, he does not. He has been abandoned. That is not a chip on your shoulder. He's not trying to get revenge. He's literally just trying to protect himself. So I just have a lot of feelings and emotions when it comes to Squall. And I feel like Square Enix does not treat him correctly.
I could definitely see that, yeah. Definitely see your passion behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for the 7 remake. Like all the new trailers just get me more hyped, and then like we're probably gonna see Red 13 in action, which is great. Yeah. I'm even more excited to see the other characters and how they're designed and brought forth. I like seeing that Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse are going to get more screen time this time around.
Yes, that's exciting.
Yeah. And then I was just laughing earlier at because they replaced the cast. Like you're not gonna have Steve Burton and Jordan Newbern reprise their roles like they always have.
Yeah.
But it just made me laugh that Tyler Hoechlin, who plays
from Teen Wolf. It's Teen Wolf the remake.
Yeah. Well, I just know him because he's Superman on Supergirl, and I just find that hilarious.
Oh yeah, also that, but like I know him from Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
He was Derek. And then the guy who's Cloud was he was somebody in Teen Wolf. I can't remember. But he was in Teen Wolf. And then I think there's another character in the game or another voice in the game that was also Teen Wolf. I was like, hey, it's a Teen Wolf, which was a great show.
Yeah. I've never watched it. And then I believe the voice actress for Futaba from Persona 5 is, I think she's Aerith.
No, she's not. This new girl, there's a new girl for Aerith.
Okay, then she's probably Tifa.
She was this girl named Brittany Britta, I think, or something like that.
No, I'm dumb. She's Jessie.
Yes.
She's Jessie. Yeah, just and even like all the Shinra characters are just like, holy smokes.
Reno, my boy. Oh yeah,
yeah.
I played Reno. I need to redo that costume. Because it was bad. But yeah, I played Reno. I want to redo him though.
Do you think so? Okay, two things. When it comes to when you say revamp, does that mean like slight fabric changes or?
When I say revamp, I need to redo the wig, like because mine was garbage. Basically, when I say revamp, sometimes I mean like redoing like certain parts of the costume, like completely. Because I've gotten new techniques or new talent, or I'm better at something. So yeah, like Reno, I've gotten better at cosplay just in general. I know what kind of glasses I want to use. My friend who cosplays my Rude, who's always my Rude, he got me an actual baton that you can like you flip your wrist and it actually pops out.
Ooh.
So he got that for me for Christmas, I think. And I was like, yes. So, I need to redo my Reno and get pictures with my Rude.
Right. So you haven't played all the Final Fantasies, but do you feel like is it a personal goal for you to cosplay at least one character from every game in the series?
My goal right now is to cosplay at least one character from every game of the series I've played.
Sure.
Which is a lot. Like, so I want to still cosplay stuff from 7. I want to do Femme Zack. I want to do Aerith at some point. Depending on how Jessie turns out, I might cosplay Jessie. From Crisis Core, I want to cosplay Cisne too.
Yeah.
Then in 8, I want to do Squall. I also kind of want to. I've got all the makings to make Rain and Julia. I would do a Femme Laguna because I really love Laguna. I might cosplay Ida. Those are a lot of things that I would cosplay in that game. And then 9, Zidane, Freya. I want to do Eiko, the little summoner girl.
Yeah.
I would cosplay Beatrix. I loved Beatrix.
Oh God.
Yeah, she's a great character.
I've seen a couple. I've seen one cosplay of Beatrix, and it is perfect. Like holy smokes.
Yeah, I want to cosplay her. Then from 10, I want to cosplay Riku.
Okay.
I would cosplay Femme Orin.
Yes.
That's it for. And then 10-2, I would do Riku again, and maybe Yuna and some of her dress spheres.
Right.
Then 12, I want to cosplay Balthier and Fran and Ash.
How was 12? I keep going back and forth because I tried it a long time ago and I always got stuck on like I think the first summon you fight.
Yes,
And
that
I
game
think
is really hard.
and
The
it was
you
I
have
think it was trying to teach me how to do like the quickenings or like their form of what limit breaks are,
yeah.
and I didn't understand what the hell I was supposed to do. Like there were no button prompts, and I just got so frustrated and just like
I
gave
think
up.
the remaster fixed that. Because I wasn't really a big fan of the gambit system because I'm not really smart when it comes to being strategic, and I think you have to kind of be strategic at that. I'm not. Plus, the story in 12 is very political, so I feel like you have to be kind of older to get it. Because like when the game first came out and I bought it all special edition, I was like, this game sucks. But then college, I went back. I didn't own the game anymore, but I watched like a whole walkthrough of it, and I was like, okay, this game is really, really good. I really love the characters.
Maybe that's what I'll do. If I don't get around to playing it, I can just watch a walkthrough because
Yeah,
I think we heard it's
also is not it's hard to get a lot of the story. Like you have to fight and beat a lot of bosses just to get a little bit of the story, and then do it again, a little bit of the story. So that's one of the like there were a lot of problems with that game, but it was really, really good in like story wise and character wise. But yeah, I would definitely do Balthier, Fran, and Ash. 13, I'm working on Lightning right now. Oh yeah, I've done like a casual Lightning costume.
awesome.
Nemesis Cosplay actually gave me her wig in exchange for one of my Final Fantasy 15 jerseys.
Nice.
We did a little tradey trade there. I would cosplay also from 13 of Fem Snow because I actually really like Snow. Unpopular opinion, I love Snow. I think he's a great character.
I liked him. I liked his voice. I like his theme. I think that was Troy Baker's first big role. And I fell in love with him as an actor.
Yeah,
like with his work.
With Snow, he's overcompensating for the fact that he knows he's weak, so he's trying to be a hero. He doesn't. He like there's stuff that's out of his control, but he's trying to overcompensate. So I really like that about him. I would cosplay. Who else would I cosplay in that game? I'd cosplay Sarah, but I'd cosplay her outfits from 13 too.
Yep.
I would cosplay Yule. I really liked Yule. She was pretty.
Yeah, 13-2, I really loved the combat system.
Yeah, it was fun. The music in that game is really, really pretty.
The story was a goddamn mess. Like I hate time travel.
Honestly, what pisses me off about the 13-2 and then Lightning Returns thing is 13-2 and Lightning Return didn't need to happen. I feel like they just wanted to get money and try and fix the problems that were with 13.
I played the demo of Lightning Returns, and then when I got into the combat, I was just like, what the fuck? No, I never played it.
Yeah, I never played Lightning Returns. I was kind of done. But and then 15, we already know that I'm working on like the whole cast. I've done Luna. It was a bad Luna costume, but I want to not my dead Luna. I've done dead Luna and alive Luna. Dead Luna was great. My friend Fergie helped destroy that dress. She did a great job, and that was actually my first time like doing acrylic washing a wig, and that was fun.
Do you think Luna could have had a better character arc?
Yes. Oh yes, she definitely could.
Yeah. You think they did her dirty or something?
I think they did all the females a little dirty.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it wasn't about them. It was more about like the brotherhood between these four guys.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, again, there's a lot of that game that could have been improved. But again, it's not perfect, but it's great. And I still think that like the love that we all have for those characters is great.
Oh yeah.
Like, some of them were did dirty. Like I would have loved to have more Arnea. I would have loved to have more Arnea.
Rest in peace to their DLC packages.
Yeah, like I want to redo my Luna. I want to cosplay Prompto. I want to cosplay someone wanted me to do Gladio. No way. I want to cosplay Iris. I love Iris. Cosplay. Someone wants me to do Arden. That'd be funny.
Oh yeah.
I do love Arden though. He's great.
His voice, Darren DePaul did a fantastic
Oh my
job as his voice actor. Holy shit!
I want to do the Shiva. Shiva looks awesome in that game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to do like Noctis's kingly outfit. It's so good. That whole game is just beautiful. I love that game. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
I've got a lot of Final Fantasy costumes that want to get done.
You just have a never
and the time.
You just have a never-ending list, and it just keeps getting at it. It's like, I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of my life, and I don't care.
Basically, because at one point I was actually scared that I was like, I'm gonna run out of Final Fantasy characters to cosplay, and then I listed them all out. I'm like, I think I'm good for a while.
Yeah.
I also want to cosplay Locke from 6. I watched a walkthrough of 6. I love Locke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
I've only beaten it once, and I don't remember too much of the story, but I mean, all the characters were memorable to some degree.
Thieves with a heart of gold are like one of my tropes. So
yeah, I've been I got all of the Final Fantasy Ultimanias that Dark Horse put out.
Oh yeah,
like they reprinted them in English, and they were a treat to read. Like just learning about each of the games, especially the ones that I didn't play and the ones that I probably don't know if I ever will. Like I'm not sure if I ever will play like 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I don't know if I'll go back. It depends. We'll see.
Yeah.
My backlog of video games is already bad enough. I can't make it worse.
Yeah, I'm out of games to play. I'm just waiting for. I'm just waiting for Persona 5 The Royal to come out.
That would be fun. I'm excited.
It could have been Final Fantasy 7. Yeah. Could have been. Just
I'm
a couple.
Playing the remaster of 8.
Oh yeah.
I just because I was busy for a while after it came out, I didn't get time to like sit down and play it, and I didn't want to like rush through it because it's one of my favorites. So I didn't want to like, I wanted to be able to enjoy it fully.
Yeah, I just keep thinking because it's like Persona 5 comes out the last day of March, and it was just like I know. In like I'd have to like ditch work for a couple of days if I wanted to blast through that game before Final Fantasy 7 comes out, because it's like when 7 comes out, that's gonna be in my life for the next couple of months, and it's like, no, don't blast through Persona 5. Just don't do
it.
Don't do it. It just because I mean that was a lot of fun. I got talked into getting it
blast through though, because like it's a lot of hours.
Oh yeah, I don't think I want to though, especially if this is adding a lot of new stuff into the story. So it's just like, just play it when you can. When your 10 days are up, then just swap out the game.
Yeah.
Whenever. Because if Final Fantasy 7 is going to be a 60-hour game, then I mean that's good.
And that's not even the full story. It's just like
and it's no and apparently development's already progressing on the second part, so I've gotta Yeah, I think I feel like they're gonna split it up like how they did the discs. So
yeah,
what is that? 3 discs in the original?
And 7, it's 3 discs.
So wait, what?
It's 3 discs.
Yeah, 7 is 3 discs, so 3 parts across probably 2 Blu-ray discs. Oh my god,
it's gonna be a really long game.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be out by 2030.
As long as it's out before I die.
Yeah. All that matters.
That'll be my unfinished business if I ever come back as a ghost. I have to play Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Must finish it.
Yeah, basically. It's my unfinished business.
Yeah. Anything else about Final Fantasy you want to geek about? Like cosplay-wise or...
I mean, honestly, I think some of my best friends and some of my favorite people are from cosplaying Final Fantasy. So, and I think that people's have some of like the best like ideas when it comes to like remaking Final Fantasy costumes, and the designs they come up with are really, really cool.
Yeah.
So Final Fantasy has a great way of like letting people release any sort of creativity that they have, from like AU ideas to like just redesigns. I I think Final Fantasy is a great fandom for anybody to get into if they love a good story and love characters, and getting like wanting to fall in love with characters. It's honestly like what got me into video games. So
yeah, it's a huge part of my own life, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. Like I'll always have them around to replay because I know I've done that for a couple of games. Have I?
I've played a lot of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, no, because I know I replayed 10 twice because it was so good. Because then I got the
tax refunds are in. I'm gonna buy the remaster of 9 so I can have that on my PlayStation Network, and just replay that one too, so I don't have to keep going back to my PlayStation 2 to replay or PlayStation 3 to replay it because it's on my PlayStation there, but now it's on the PlayStation 4, so you have to rebuy it. Blah blah blah. Whatever, I'll do it. I love it.
Yeah, I got the PS4 remaster for 10 and 10-2, and those were a lot of fun. 10-2 is good.
I love 10-2. Oh, I want to cosplay Len. I liked Len.
Oh, yeah.
She was awesome.
Yeah. Do you think, and I think I'm in the camp of, like, yes, do it, but, like, do you feel like if it ever came, like, should they do, like, a Final Fantasy X, like, prequel, like, following Braska's pilgrimage?
That'd be cool. But I know something about doing Final Fantasy X-3, which makes me upset because I've read the little pamphlet that came out about that, and apparently Titus and Yuna break up. I'm like, then what the fuck was the point of the second game?
No, yeah, that was like a little Easter egg or bonus thing that was part of, I think, the 10 and 10-2 HD remaster. It was like an audio
I was like, what the fuck?
Novel. I was like, oh, they broke. Oh.
I was like, what's the point? Let him live in the, like, just what the fuck? Like, there's no better villain than Square Enix in itself.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, if that comes out, I won't play that game, and I'll still pretend that Yuna and Titus are still together.
Oh,
and it's sad because everybody's like, Titus and Yuna are the best Final Fantasy couple. I'm like, don't read that novelization then, because you will be sorely disappointed. Plus, the best couple, Squall or Noah. Fight me, internet. I will fight.
I after playing 8, I believe it. They're a pretty strong couple.
Yeah.
Who do you ship Cloud with?
I hate that idea of like, I think he loved both of them. You can love more than one person. It's okay. It's dating. I mean, she died. What did you expect? Like him to like be hung up over her for the rest of his life and never date again? That never happened. I mean, some people are like that. They're like, I'm never gonna date again because they died. But he, he loved them both. Why does he have to choose? I mean,
I don't know. That's the rules of the internet. I don't know.
Like he loved Aerith at a point. She died. I'm sorry. She dies. Spoiler alert. If you don't.
Spoiler alert.
But then he falls in love with Tifa, or he loved Tifa, never thought it would happen, fell in love with Aerith, whatever. We all love, I've been in love with tons of guys that I dated, and then it didn't work out, and we broke up. But I'm gonna date again.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think that fight is dumb.
Yeah. What do you think? Is that a good place to end the episode, or last minute?
So much. But no, Final Fantasy is a big part of my cosplay career, and I don't see that ending anytime soon.
Right. Oh, here's something actually. So out of the Final Fantasy cosplays that you've done, had there been which one had been your favorite to make in terms of if any of them have a crazy cool looking prop, Like, did you enjoy making that prop, or something along the lines of like, what was the process of making the cosplay? Like, which one was your favorite?
Probably Renoa.
I was gonna say Renoa.
Only because with my newest one, my friend and I bought this huge bolt of fabric that we had to dye to that blue. So we literally had to go in her front yard and like, because we had to like shove it all in like the boiling pot of dye, and then we had to go out in her front yard and hose it down. So it was more like, it was so ridiculous because we couldn't cut it up because it had to be that long ass duster. So it was like a huge bolt of fabric that we're like basically witch brewing in her kitchen. So that was kind of, I just thought that'll always stick out in my head because at the same point I'm like, I want to remake it, and then I'm like, I think back to that time and I had to do that, and I was like,
So Renoa is your favorite. Okay, I couldn't assume that. Glad I have the confirmation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I got nothing else to spout about, but yeah, Final Fantasy good. Okay, so if you had to pick, and if it is 8, then well, this is a redundant question, but which Final Fantasy would you recommend people start with? Like, just so everyone knows, or if you didn't know by now, like all the Final Fantasies except for a couple, they're all not connected.
But yeah, they're not connected.
But they just have similar like themes or like characters. Like there's a Cid in every single Final Fantasy. There are chocobos. All the summons are the same, but like, so yeah.
The summons aren't always the same. Like 12,
well,
not the same at all. The 12,
yeah.
What the fuck is that? I would do a more user friendly. Like, I love 8. Don't get me wrong, but the junction system is kind of wackadoo.
Yeah, that's honestly why it's low on my favorite Final Fantasy, because the junction system is dumb.
I would say 9 or 15 to be quite honest.
Okay.
15 is very user friendly in my opinion. And 9 has a like battle system and everything is just great. It's a really user friendly game. I loved 9, so I would definitely say 9 or 15.
Yeah, I would say 15 for sure, and then I wouldn't mind trying to swoon people over into getting into 10, because 10 is just...
10's great. I think as I got older, I kind of get annoyed with Yuna a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. But it's just like all the environments are so beautiful, and the music...
really pretty. It's very colorful.
Yeah, the music just gets me every time, and it's just like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's a great game.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed me and Leyonhart babbling on about Final Fantasy and why we cosplay from it. Hopefully, it gave you a good idea as to how much the franchise means to the both of us. If they want to go find your cosplays, where do they go?
Instagram is Leyonhart_cosplay. And then on Twitter, it's twitter.com/Leyonhart_cos. And that's really all I'm active on cosplay wise. Because my Facebook page I haven't posted that on that in like a billion years. So I don't know how to delete it. To be quite honest, if I had to delete it, I would have done it, but I don't remember how to do that.
Yeah. I had a cosplay page and then I deleted it. So it's just like, I feel like very few cosplayers still use their Facebook page, and then I feel like as some get into more like lewd modeling, like now Instagram being a pain in the ass to work on.
Yeah, I think most people are on Instagram, or not Instagram, but Twitter or OnlyFans. But I don't have one of those. I've got a
yeah, Coffee or Patreon. Yeah, it's very interesting. But yeah, and then I will just leave it to the outro to plug in all my stuff. So thanks so much for listening, and I will see you guys all next time. And thank you so much to Leyonhart for coming on and geeking out with me. It was a lot of fun.
No problem.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a review and feedback. You can also support the show through Anchor's listener support or on my Patreon, patreon.com/lightningpalace. For more cosplay news and coverage, visit the Lightning Palace on Blogspot and follow Lightning Palace on Twitter and Instagram. See you all next time.